wanted to tell you, now that we're done with our first salad green and quail egg delivery, I wanted to kind of give you a report. Let me see, I can hang out in here. It's nice and cool. No, the sun's still on my face. Let me see, where can I be? Can I be here? Walk around the garden with me. Let's find a good place. Can we hang out here? Is this a good place to hang out? Maybe? Set you guys up here. Up here, like that. Yeah, there you go. Alright, I can just sit down on the ground. We could just chat. Alright, so how did our first day of delivering salad greens and quail eggs go? Well, it went really well. I'm really excited with how well it went. I got to chat with some people, and both new people in my life as well as old and dear friends that decided that they wanted to be a part of the salad green club, and kind of whatever we're doing here with something better. They seem to be just as excited about it as I am, which I'm really grateful for, and I'm really enjoying that aspect of what we're doing here. So because I do feel like it's kind of a community, I'm trying to stay hyper local here in our neighborhood of Fort Wayne. So I wanted to tell you a few of the things that I would do differently now that I've done this. I've gotten to this point in the process. First of all, I would do more salad greens. So I'm glad that I only opened up a few slots, because that's really all of the salad greens I had this first week. And I really honestly wasn't expecting to do any of this until starting in October. But you know what? I could just go ahead and start this. And the people that I was chatting with about it were excited about it. So I decided to go ahead and give it a go. And I'm glad I did. But I'm also glad that I started off at the level that I did. So I'm going to be sowing more seed, and in the coming weeks we'll have more salad green club memberships available. And I will let you know when that happens. Another thing is I would do more the night before. So my morning was a little bit hectic. Not really at all, but there's a few things I would do the night before, such as filling the egg cartons. I was doing that this morning over coffee, and it wasn't hectic. I shouldn't say that, because it wasn't, but it would be nice for me to be able to just go and gather those cartons pre-filled. So I'll be doing that the night before in the future. Oh, one thing I was thinking about as I was delivering the greens and the eggs this morning, it was a little bit chilly. It made me think, as we get into the colder months, how are we going to prevent these bags of salads and quail eggs from freezing? What if somebody's not home, or they don't grab their bag of produce right away? I would hate for eggs to freeze. So I'm trying to think of, in the future, if I could just put like a piece of bubble wrap around the eggs, and if that would take care of it, or if we need to provide a more sheltered spot for me to drop things off, or if I need to ask people to be home when I drop things off. I'm not sure. So I would love your feedback on that. If you have any ideas for how I could make sure that, nobody wants frozen salad. That would just turn into yick. So we've got to figure out how that's going to work. But I'm confident that we'll figure it out together. Okay, and some things that I think went really well. I put some nasturtium flowers in the salad bags, and I think that was so pretty. And don't worry, they're totally edible. I thought that they added a lot of interest and beauty to the salad bags. So, and they're tasty too, so you can certainly eat those. Those are edible flowers. Another thing that I was really happy about is, and I'm going to continue to do this for everybody who is a new member of the Quail Egg Club, is including the little snippers. And so these, you might wonder what these are for. Well, quail eggs are surprisingly sturdy, so when you go to tap them on the edge of your pan or your bowl to crack them, it actually takes a little bit of doing to get into those quail eggs. So especially if you're doing a lot, which you kind of do need to use a lot if you're going to be making an omelet or something, it's really handy to have these snippers. And so I have a video on my YouTube channel which shows my daughter using these, but you just set it on top of, I'm not going to take off my finger, but you just set it up on top of there like that, so that the top of the quail egg is in the little guillotine thing, and you cut off the top and you toss the top, and then you tip out your little egg into the pan or the bowl or whatever you're doing. But I'm just giving these to all of our new quail club members so that you just have them on hand, so you don't have to think, should I go get one of those? It's kind of a specialty item, but it's fun, and it was just something that I thought I wanted everybody to have. Oh, the other thing that I'm enjoying doing is I decided to just add a little sample of some dried tomatoes that were from my garden. So they're the heirloom tomatoes that were sliced kind of thick, and a little bit of avocado oil and real salt and Italian seasoning or herbs were sprinkled on those, and then I dehydrated them. And those are really good. I've enjoyed those in my salads. I cut them into strips and just kind of sprinkled them over my salad as just little tasty bits that you come across when you're eating your salad. And so I put a little sample of those in for everybody who got a salad subscription this week. So that might be something, I'd love the feedback if people enjoyed those, that I might continue to offer maybe as an add-on, as an optional add-on in the future in, a larger quantity. Those were just samples. So let me know if you like those, and I might continue making them. So I also really liked how fresh everything was. So all of the greens that you got were actually growing and living both last night and this morning. So I did some harvesting last night. I did some harvesting this morning. Everything is super fresh, super flavorful, no degradation of the quality at all. So that's gonna set your salad that you get from me from something better, apart from anything that you're gonna find in the specialty stores. In addition to the variety of what you're gonna find in those salads. So I felt really good about that. So another thing that I'm planning on that's on my radar as far as expanding into is microgreens. So I think that my setup downstairs in the plant room is really well suited for adding microgreens into the mix. So look for that in the future. I'm going to be experimenting with some sunflower microgreens and other things, maybe beets. We'll see. So if there's anything that you know that you would enjoy as far as sprouts or microgreens, just let me know, and I'll see about providing those, because I think a little baggie of those separate from the main salad mix would make a great nutritional addition to your salads each week. Oh, another thing that I'm thinking about doing is herbal teas. I've always enjoyed ordering in bulk herbs and things for my kitchen for cooking and stuff, and so I tend to do the same thing when I'm making tea. So I'll get the components of my teas in bulk separately, and then I'll mix them together for myself. And I did this throughout my pregnancies, when I would make kind of more medicinal pregnancy tea and nursing teas that I would drink at those points in my life. And so I think that's something that I might continue to do. I've been enjoying having tea before bed. I find that it really helps me sleep. Helps my brain get the signal that it's time to shut down and rest and recuperate, and I find I get a lot more restorative sleep that way. So I'm going to start putting together my little cadre of tea recipes that I've made over the years, and see about putting those together and offering them again as an optional add-on. So if you're part of the Salad Green Club or the Quail Egg Club, you also have access to the other things that we're going to be offering in small quantities through Something Better. So things that the general public doesn't get. That's one of the benefits of being a part of this private club, is having access to our creativity and anything that we might put out to club members. So teas and other beverages that I might decide to produce in the future, we will be offering those as well. So I'm also interested in anything that you think that would be fun to have as part of this club. So I'm also thinking about maybe other local producers who produce things from the farm, and it has to be hyper local though. But maybe I can get a good bulk deal and then pass those savings on to club members and have them be optional add-ons to your weekly delivery. So overall, I'm just really excited about how all this went this week, and where Something Better with Beth is going to grow and expand. I feel really optimistic. This is a great time to be gathering community and cooperation with your neighbors and your friends. And so I hope to be a part of that for you. I know that you've been part of that for me. So I want to thank you, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.